Hi guys, so this video is only intended for one viewer. If you're not Lizzie, then you can stroll on. If you stay and watch, I'm sorry for the drama, but this daggone woman can't keep my name out of her mouth. I guess I taste that good. Now, 2 Marches ago, this individual thought it appropriate to invite me into Instagram Live where there was foulness that happened in front of a minor child. Adult activity was done in front of a minor child. Now, from what I understood from talking to the host of the live and everything else, this is an everyday occurrence. They have a OF dungeon. They think it appropriate to do adult explicit material in front of children, so I got social services involved. Once they got involved in that home and everything else, Lizzie came sideways at me and everything else and told me that there was nothing wrong with the home, that I needed to get in contact with social services and tell them that everything was okay when I knew it wasn't. She tried to convince me that that lifestyle was absolutely okay when I knew it wasn't. She gave me examples of her home that turned my stomach. Now, I heard that there was things going on in her home by her friend and everything else, but I didn't want to believe it until I heard it with my own 2 ears and saw it coming out of her daggone mouth. So I told her that I was going to get social services involved in her home. She knew from Jump Start Go. I told her that I was contacting them, and she laughed at me. I sent an email and I got the ball rolling and everything else. No one knew I did it other than her. But when social services did get involved in her home and everything else, she didn't come out on social media and blame me for it. She blamed another woman that goes by Ashley and her friends, of all people. And I watched her and everything else bully and harass this woman because she didn't want to be friends with her. And she blamed her for something that I knew she didn't do. She was actually defending Lizzie. When I went over there and I asked her if this was the type of person she was when all of this was going down and everything else, Ashley was more of a friend to her when she wasn't a friend and everything else, and got upset with me for getting social services involved in Lizzie's home. Now, she's forgiven me, and it's water under the bridge, and she understood my reasoning why I thought services should be in her home, and she made it very clear to me. And I'm very thankful for that. I would not ever put services in a person's home unless they were needed, and it was needed, wasn't it, Lizzie? Yes. If there wasn't anything wrong with your home, why are they still there? Why do you have sanctions on your home? Why do you think it appropriate to keep my name and other people's names in your mouth in this conversation ongoing on social media when you say that you want us to hush, but you can say whatever you want? Now, I've been watching you over and over and over again have my name in your mouth. You were saying things unkind and unnecessary for absolutely no reason other than you want to play victim. And the only victim here and everything else was those 2 children that were put in a situation that they didn't ask to be put in. I was a victim because you had no business inviting me in when you knew that that foulness was an everyday occurrence. And y'all absolutely think it's okay. I don't hang with groomers, P3DOs, or MAPs. And that's exactly the type of person I think you are and the people that you hang are. Considering a lot of them go and they get social media pictures of other people's children and everything else, and they hang on to them on the cloud, and y'all put and weaponize their children. You've doxed me. You have reached out to my children. You've reached out to my ministries. You have done anything and everything to disturb my peace. But I have not done anything to you. And it was all done in retaliation because I told on you. And I tell on you again and again and again and again. You have no business doing anything inappropriate in front of anybody. Adults, when you are in a room with an adult and everything else, or multiple adults, you have to have permission and consent from every single person in that room. You didn't have my permission or my consent, and you did it. And kids can't consent, and you did it. Not only in front of that child, but actually your own children in your own family, in your own home. Admitted by you. No one wanted to believe what I was telling them, and everything else was true and accurate until it was thrown out at you and you freaking admitted it. Everything that I said that you did and everything else, you admitted freely on social media, trying to make it as if it was no big deal. But everybody sees what a big deal it is and how gross it is. Now, if you do not want this conversation to be ongoing, shush. Keep my name out your mouth. Stop blaming people for something that you did. You knew daggum well that social services was in your home from a conversation that me and you had right after we got done with the mediator. You changed the language. You were trying to say that free love was nothing wrong with it. And there's everything wrong with doing that type of stuff in front of children and in the presence of children. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever is it acceptable. Keep my name out your mouth. Just keep it out your mouth. You don't want me telling people what you did? You don't want people dropping receipts on what you did? Then keep our names out your mouth. Stop blaming people for what you did. They don't want nothing to do with you. You're trying to disturb their peace. They're doing a peace train. You're mocking and making fun of it. You're wanting to drag people back into the drama, and all they want to do is have no memory of you. That's it. That's all. And to everybody else that's watching this, sorry for the drama, but this woman has been a thorn in my flesh for over a year now, and she is the most grossest of the gross of the grossest person. Now, hot dog, go away and change your daggone water. It's stinking. It's getting moldy. Okay. Y'all have a blessed day and know that God loves you. God even loves that woman. Really does. I just don't like you. I don't want to have nothing more to say to you or whatever. Keep my name out your mouth. I must taste good. I must taste really, really good.